Hello everyone, I am Gurudat, Assistant Professor in Indraprasth Law College. In the last video, we had seen the hierarchical structure of Indian judicial system and discussed Supreme Court and High Court and the constitutional provisions establishing Supreme Court and High Court and granting them powers and jurisdiction. In this video, which is the third video of this subject, we will be further discussing the lower judiciary. The name of this chapter is Definitions, Constitution of Criminal Courts and their powers and jurisdiction. We had seen this chart in the last video. It presents a general picture of hierarchical courts in India, judicial system in India. This chart is more specifically concerned with the criminal courts. So on the top we have Supreme Court, then High Court, then Sessions Court, then maybe Assistant Sessions Judge. Then in the metropolitan areas we have Chief Metropolitan Magistrate or Additional Metropolitan Magistrate. In other areas we have Chief Judicial Magistrate or Additional CJM. Then we have Metropolitan Magistrate or Special MM in metropolitan areas and Subdivision Judicial Magistrate. Then in other areas, then Judicial Magistrate of first class and Judicial Magistrate of second class. So this is the general structure. Court of Session or Sessions Court is the highest court in any district. Whether it is metropolitan area or normal district or other districts, the Sessions Court is the highest court on criminal side. It is established by Section 9 of the Code. It is presided by Sessions Judge who is appointed by High Court. So appointment is made by High Court only after consultation with state government of a Sessions Judge. High Court, if it thinks that it is necessary, it may also appoint Additional District Judge, Assistant Sessions Judge or CJM acting as Sessions Judge. These powers are with High Court. If they think that it is necessary in the interest of justice, then they may appoint these posts also. These district courts administer justice at the district level. So the whole process of administering justice, how to manage courts and how to file petition, all the administration work is also done by these district courts. In district level, the district judge or additional district judge exercises jurisdiction on original side and appellate side in civil and criminal matters arising in the district. On the criminal side, jurisdiction is exclusively derived from CRPC 1973. So that means that on one hand these district court are also admit original matters, fresh matters, but on the other hand if these courts also act as appellate court. For example, if there is session court, then appeal from judicial magistrate of first class or second class may go to sessions court, then it may go to High Court and then Supreme Court. So they also admit fresh matters as well as appellate matters or the matters in which appeals have been made from lower courts. As per this code, the maximum sentence a sessions judge may award to a convict is capital punishment. So just like High Court and Supreme Court, district sessions court can also grant a person capital punishment, but there's one condition with it. The district sessions court can only grant capital punishment if it has been granted by district court, then also permission of High Court has to be taken before giving somebody capital punishment. So this is not the final thing. Session judge may give somebody capital punishment, but permission of High Court is must to implement that decision. Article 236A of the Indian Constitution says that expression district judge includes judge of a city civil court, additional district judge, joint district judge, assistant district judge, chief judge of small causes court, chief presidency magistrate, additional chief presidency magistrate, sessions judge, additional sessions judge or assistant sessions judge. So this term district judge is includes many different types of judges. So this is given in article 236. Now there's some editing error. The heading is Courts of Judicial Magistrates under section 11 and 11 to 15 of CRPC. The heading will be Courts of Judicial Magistrate. So there are two types of judicial magistrate: judicial magistrates of first class and judicial magistrates of second class. So judicial magistrate of first class, and in metropolitan areas they are known as metropolitan magistrate or chief judicial magistrate. The judicial magistrate are appointed and controlled by High Court and discharge judicial functions. So these judges are also appointed by High Court, and as you know, they discharge judicial functions. Under section 11(3) of the Code of Criminal Procedure 1973, High Court may confer the powers of judicial magistrate of first class or of the second class on any member of judicial service in the state functioning as the judge in a civil court. So even if somebody is, if a newly recruited person is working in a civil court right now, then he may also be transferred to criminal court if High Court thinks that he has enough experience or he can be transferred. He has the capability of dealing with criminal matters. So you must be knowing that initially when we are recruited, when in judicial services examination, initially when people are recruited, then they start working as a civil judge, not directly as a criminal judge. First they gain experience for few years working as a civil judge, then only they are transferred to criminal judge. So when they should be transferred to criminal courts is decided by High Court after saying their experience and record. Now judicial magistrate of second class. Judicial magistrates are appointed and controlled by High Court and discharge judicial functions just like the judicial magistrate of first class. Executive magistrate. Now let's talk about executive magistrates. Now apart from judicial magistrates, we also have executive magistrates. People are often confused with these two terms, that who is judicial magistrate and who is executive magistrate. As a law student, you must be very clear that all the judicial functions are performed by judicial magistrate who are part of judiciary, and executive magistrate are not part of judiciary. They are part of the state government or the central government. They are not part of the judiciary. In India, the executive magistrates are appointed and controlled by the state government and discharge executive functions, that is maintenance of law and order. Unless otherwise defined by district magistrate, the jurisdiction and powers of every executive magistrate extends throughout the district or the metropolitan area, as the case may be given under section 22 of CRPC. So the jurisdiction and powers of executive magistrates is decided by district magistrate, is the topmost authority of executive authority in the district magistrate. Now one more important thing, that in certain acts some judicial powers have been given to executive magistrate, but those are rare exceptions. Those are not the rules. Now let's talk about the sentencing power of the courts. Although we have already discussed it, still Supreme Court of India can give any sentence authorized by law. So it is the highest court of the country. It can pass on any sentence, capital punishment, life imprisonment, or whatever. It has complete powers. There is no bar on Supreme Court. You can only appeal to the president to pardon or reprieve those sentences. But Supreme Court is not bound by anything. If there is some law, it can pass any order. High Court, any sentence authorized by law under section 28A of CRPC. Now High Court has its own limitation, that is under section 28(1) it is given limitations, but generally High Court has equivalent power as Supreme Court to pass any order. Then comes Sessions Judge, Additional Sessions Judge. Any sentence authorized by law, sentence of death, however, is subject to confirmation by High Court under section 28(2) of CRPC. I have already told you that Sessions Court may pass death sentence, but it has to be qualified by the High Court under section 28(2) of the CRPC. Then comes Assistant Session Judge. Assistant Session Judge may imprisonment anybody up to 10 years of jail. He cannot pass order, he or she cannot pass order beyond this period. So he has its own limitation. If there is some offense for whose punishment is more than 10 years, then that offense will be directly go to the Sessions Court and not to the Assistant Session Judge. Now Chief Judicial Magistrate or Chief Metropolitan Magistrate. CJM or CMM can pass only imprisonment up to 7 years or fine under section 29(1)(4) of CRPC. So you must understand that if some offense whose minimum punishment is more than the given period, that is the 7 years, then that case will not be admitted in CJM court. That case will directly go to Sessions Judge. Chief Judicial Magistrate of first class or Metropolitan Magistrate, imprisonment up to 3 years and or fine up to 10,000 under section 29(2) of CRPC. So for judicial magistrate of first class can pass punishment only up to 3 years. So if some or there is some offense whose maximum punishment is only up to 3 years, or minimum punishment is only up to 3 years, minimum punishment is only up to 3 years, then only that case will go to CJM. Now judicial magistrate of second class, this is the lowest post in the criminal justice system in the country. So judicial magistrate of second class is the lowermost criminal judge. He can only punish a person up to 1 year or fine up to 5,000 as per section 29(3) of CRPC. Let's again just have a look at the whole structure. Hierarchy of criminal courts. On the topmost we have Supreme Court, then comes High Court, then comes Session Court, then comes Assistant Sessions Judge. Now Supreme Court can pass any sentence, High Court can pass any sentence, Sessions Court can pass any sentence, even including death penalty, but it has to be qualified by High Court. Then comes Assistant Session Judge. He can pass sentence only up to 10 years of imprisonment. Then we have Chief Metropolitan Magistrate in the metropolitan areas and Chief Judicial Magistrate in the other areas. So these two judges can pass sentence up to 7 years of imprisonment. Then we have Metropolitan Magistrate in metropolitan areas and Judicial Magistrate of first class and second class in the other areas. Also Subdivisional Judicial Magistrate in the other areas. Now these are the lowest post in criminal justice system. So they can pass, judicial magistrate of first class can pass sentence only up to 3 years, and judicial magistrate of second class can pass sentence only up to 1 year. You should remember the maximum punishment given, what a judge can pass, because often in competitive exam this question directly comes. Thank you. In the next video we will be starting next chapter.